up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me turn my foot. But not only that, brother, and that's why I say colonization really did a number on us, because a lot of the things that are natural to us, we were taught to be afraid of.
Yes.
So what better way to keep people from their true power than to let them curse it themselves, or to let them be afraid of it themselves? So, and that is what I learned too, even from growing up in the church. Because I know, I mean, I never, listen, the Bible has a lot of wisdom. I quote the Bible all the time because a lot of the principles do hold true. Yeah. But I do know where it came from. I do know the patriarchal mindset behind it. I knew we were supposed to benefit. And I know it has been rinsed many times. So, but at the same time, there is truth to be found even in the dirt.
Yeah.
Right? But a lot of things that are innate to us, and a lot of things that a lot of gifts that I find even people have, they're afraid of, because of the way how the colonizers or how Western civilization taught us that it was bad, it was evil, you should be afraid of it. And these are the things that keep us powerful, right? And keep us on the inside. And then not only that, on top of that, when you have the families ingraining that, and then when you have society have your attention dart from thing to thing, your attention dart from thing to thing, people don't have stillness anymore, and they don't value the quiet anymore, and they don't value the deep anymore, right? And I find that the deep is where the real work begins, right? For you to have a real full life, even your own life. Not saying that you're going to live other people's life, but a real full life, the deep is where it begins. And what I found, Brother Mogase, is a lot of people, and though we love them, the tragedy for me is I can't choose your thoughts for you. So I have to accept where you are, who you are. And even though I can clearly see that you're living from an assumption, so you're not truly experiencing the world, or not truly experiencing me as a human being, as a person I am, right? But you're living from an assumption of what a woman should be, or what a woman of my age should be, or whatever assumptions were fed to you, right? And so they don't even have that relationship with themselves, because even their relationship with themselves is based off an assumption, if you know what I mean. Do you see what I mean?
No, absolutely. I agree with you. And I think that, look, Sister Fire, I think we're afraid of the truth, man.
Yeah.
I think there's a fear in the truth, particularly because we've become very closely acquainted with some of these lies, you know, and they sit very well with us. It's nice to lie to yourself and say, I'm ordinary, there's nothing special about me. That's easy, you know, but when you then begin to think about the fact that your gift could place you in front of a president who's going to ask you whether he should go to war or not, that's pressure. That's serious pressure. You know, where your gift could cost you your life because you're meant to tell somebody what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And, you know, the elders are going to punish you for it.
Yes.
Regardless of whether you're going to have me assassinated tomorrow or not. But the truth is the truth. And today, we're not in a search for, as it were, martyrs in a spiritual sense that are just going to give themselves up. But I think we are, perhaps the elders are searching for voices that will remain authentic, and will remain very well aware that as we traverse these different paths, we are still called to make humanity better.
Yes.
And even in making humanity better, sometimes we are the bitter medicine that humanity needs, as healers, as seers, as people who astral project, as witches, as whatever. Because we must also take out the negative from words, you know, whether we are spell casting people, crystal observing people, moon based people, solar people, whatever it is that we have been called to doing, I think it's important for us to create a community that can hold one another accountable, but
Yeah.
also a community that is actually powerful, not powerful by sort of word or that we speak things and then stuff don't happen. I think as practitioners of indigenous knowledge, to put it bluntly, we ought to be people that are revered not because we're just causing it to rain or we've told you that it is going to rain, but because our systems are affecting your agriculture,
Yes. Yes.
because our ways of being are affecting your economy.
Yes.
And I think for me, it's, I often say to people that, we shouldn't be afraid of traditional practitioners. So